Question number 31. Maya is 3 times as old as Leo. The sum of their age is 64. How old are Maya and Leo? Is it A, Leo is 12 years old, Maya is 36 years old? B, Maya is 12 years old, Leo is 36 years old? C, Leo is 16 years old, Maya is 48 years old? Or D, Maya is 16 years old and Leo is 48 years old? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, my dear math learners. First things first, you need to understand who is younger among the two persons. So, Maya is 3 times as old as Leo. So, Maya is older because her age is 3 times as old. So, therefore, Leo is younger, Maya is older. So, as we can see, A, Leo younger, Maya older. B, Maya younger, Leo is older. This is wrong. Okay, letter B is wrong. Alright. Letter C, Leo is 16, Maya is 48. Okay, it could be. Letter D, Maya is 16, Leo is 48. This is wrong. Letter D. Okay, so we only have now 2 choices. Now, how do we get this one? So, of course, my dear math learners, you can solve this. How do you solve this? You can change it into an algebraic expression. So, you just use representation that X could be the age of Leo. And since Maya is 3 times as old as Leo, 3X is Maya's age. Alright. Now, it says here the sum of their age. So, when you say the sum, you are adding. So, X plus 3X is equal to 64. Now, X plus 3X, if you add them, because they both have the same X and they are like terms, so therefore, the answer for this is 4x is equal to 64. So you just divide both sides by 4, you just divide both sides by 4, cancel this. So x right now, so 64 divided by 4, what would be the answer? Very good. That is 16. Okay, so therefore, x is equal to 16. That is Leo's age. So therefore, the correct answer for this question or this problem is letter C. Alright. Easy, right? Very easy, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to question number 32. The perimeter of a rectangle is 24 centimeters and its width is 4 centimeters shorter than its length. Find the area of the rectangle. Is it A, 20 square centimeters, B, 32 square centimeters, C, 35 square centimeters, or letter D, 40 square centimeters? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, my dear math learners. Now, in this question, this is very easy. Why? Because what you need to do is to remember the perimeter for rectangle. Okay, so the perimeter for rectangle is P is equal to 2L plus 2W. Okay, now it says here that the width is 4 centimeters shorter than the length. So if your length would be X, your width would be X minus 4. Okay, so that I hope that is clear representation for you. Now, in order for you to find the value of your length and width, it says here that your perimeter is 24. Okay, your perimeter here. And then your L is X, right? Okay, so I will be substituting this one. And your W is X plus 4. So that will be X minus 4. So what you will do is you just simplify this one. So 24 is equal to 2X. And then this one, you just apply the distributive property. That will become 2X because 2 times X is 2X. Then 2 times negative 4, that is negative 8. Alright, so right now, you can transpose the minus 8 to the left side of the equation because this is the only term with no variable. So that will become 24 plus 8. And then, of course, 2x plus 2x, that is 4x. So 24 plus 8, that is very good. 32. So, divide both sides by 4 in order for you to get the value of x. Okay, so x is equal to 8. So, therefore, your length is equal to 8. Now, the question here is find the area. Now, if your length is 8, your width would be x minus 4. So, that is 8 minus 4, that is 4. Now, remember that the area is has the formula length times width. So, what you will do is you just 8 multiplied by 4. And the answer for that is 32. Right. So letter B is the correct answer. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright. Easy, right? right. Very easy, my dear math learners. So I hope you got that one. Now, let us go to question number 33. Question number 33. Add the scientific notation 5.38 times 10 to the 5th power plus 3.5 times 10 to the negative 3rd power. Okay, is it A, this one? So very long. Letter B, this one. Letter C, this one. Or letter D, this one. Alright. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, my dear math learners, when you add scientific notation that has different exponents like this, okay, the exponent here is to the 5th power, right? Alright, here the exponent is 10 to the negative 3. So if that is the case, what you need to do is to transform it to its standard form. So you move 5 places to the right for this positive power. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5, 3, 8, 0. Then you add 2 more zeros. Okay. So that is the standard form for this one. Now we have here a decimal value. So that is negative 3. So you move it to the left. So 1, 2, and 3. So that gives you 0, 0, 3, 5. And your decimal is right here. Okay. So, of course, when you add a whole number and a decimal number, you will align the decimal point. Okay. So, you align this one, 0, 0, 0, 35, and you will be adding them. Okay. So, you just bring down 8000.0035. So, that would be your standard form for this given problem. Now, you change this into a scientific notation, you move it to the left side. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, therefore, it has the 10 to the 5th power. So, we have already A, C, and B with 10 to the 5th power. However, there are how many zeros between this 35 here and 538 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 zeros. So let's check which among the choices has a 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we already have the correct answer, and that is letter A. Alright, let's check whether we are correct. Alright. Easy, right? Very easy, my dear math learners. So I hope you know how to add scientific notations with different exponents. Alright, now let us go to question number 34. Subtract 8.7 times 10 to the 7th power minus 3.4 times 10 to the 7th power. Is it A, 12.1 times 10 to the 7th power, B, 5.3 times 10 to the 7th power, C, 5.3 times 10 to the 14th power, or D, 12.1 times 10 to the 14th power? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, my dear math learners, this problem is easy because we have the same power, because we have 10 to the power of 7. Okay, so you just copy 10 to the power of 7. Alright, so letter C and letter D is already wrong. Now, 8.7 and 3.4, when you subtract them, you just subtract them immediately. Okay, so 8.7 minus 3.4, the answer with that is 5.3. So letter B. Alright, easy, right? Very easy, my dear math learners. So now let us go to question number 35. Solve for x in 5x plus 8 is equal to 43. Is it A, 5, B, 7, C, 9, or D, 11? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, my dear math learners, let's use mental calculation in this problem. So what we need to do is to isolate the value of x here. So we transpose our 8 to the other side. The plus 8 will become minus 8. So 43 minus 8, that will become 35. So since there is still a 5 here, so we divide both sides by 5. So that is x is equal to 35 divided by 5. And the final answer would be 10 to the 7. Easy, right? Very easy, my dear math learners. So now let us go to question number 36. If P is equal to 6 and Q is equal to 3, evaluate 4P minus 5Q. Is it A, 9, B, 12, C, 15, or D, 24? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, math learners, let's use again mental calculation. So we have here 4P, meaning 4 times P. Our value for P is 6. So that is 4 times 6, that is 24. So you lock in 24. Now, how about our Q? We have here 5Q, 5 times Q, that is 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. So you have now here 24, you have here 15. So 24 minus 15. What is the answer? Very good. Letter A. Alright.
Easy, right?
Very easy, my dear math learners. So now let us go to question number 37. Rearrange E is equal to MC squared to solve for M. Is it A, M is equal to E divided by C squared? B, M is equal to E times C squared? C, M is equal to E plus C squared? Or D, M is equal to E minus C squared? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, math learners. Now, what we need to do here is to derive. Let's use mental calculation again. So, we need to leave our M here on the right side of the equation. So, we need to eliminate C squared. So, in order to do that, this operation, when you see a variable or variables that are beside with each other, it means multiplication. In order to break multiplication, you need to use its opposite, and that is division. So, you divide both sides by C squared, divide both sides by C squared. So, you will cancel them. So, you have now here E divided by C squared, and that is letter A. Alright.
Easy, right?
Very easy, my dear math learners. So now let us go to question number 38. Consider the experiment of rolling 2 dice. Find the sample space for the experiment. Is it A, this one, B, this one, C, this one, or letter D, this one? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, my dear math learners, remember that when you are having 2 dice, one die has 6 faces, the other die has 6 faces. So what you will do is, when you multiply 6 and 6, that would be 36. So therefore, there are 36 possibilities in the experiment. So of course, where is that 36 cases here? Okay, so this one is our correct answer. 36 partner or 36 possibilities. Alright. So letter A is the correct answer. Let's check. Alright.
Easy, right?
Very easy, my dear math learners. So now let us go to question number 39. Which of the following tables correctly represents the outcomes for tossing a coin twice? Is it A, outcome frequency heads 1, tails 1? B, outcomes frequency heads 2, tails 0? C, outcome frequency heads 2, tails 2? Or D, outcome frequency heads 1, tails 2? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, my dear math learners, this question is easy. Why? Because you have a coin, and the coin has 2 faces, right? But you need to toss it twice. The first toss, you have 2 possibilities. 1 head, 1 tail. Very good. Now, when you toss it again, you also have 2 possibilities. 1 head, 1 tail. So, of course, adding those possibilities, you have the outcome frequency of 2 heads, 2 tails. Alright, so that would be letter C. Okay.
Easy, right?
Very easy, my dear math learners. So now let us go to the last question. A box contains 4 black pencils and 7 red pencils. What is the probability of drawing a black pencil? Is it A, 4 out of 11, B, 7 out of 11, C, 4 out of 7, or D, 7 out of 4? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, my dear math learners, talking about probability, you just imagine one box. You put the 4 black pencils, you put the 7 black pencils. How many pencils do you have? Very good. You have 11 pencils in all. Now, how many of those pencils are black? There are 4. So it means when you try to draw from those box or from that box, that means that your chances is 4 out of the total. So the correct answer is 4 over 11. Letter A. Alright.
Easy, right?
Very easy, my dear math learners, and I hope you got that question right. Now, I would like to congratulate you for arriving to this part of the reviewer because you already finished your review, my dear math learners. Now, I would say that you are ready for the examination, and if you still think that you are not confident enough, then you just repeat our videos and try to challenge yourself in order to get as many correct answers as you want. Alright, if you think our channel is helpful to you in your studies, please click that subscribe button and notification bell. This has been your YouTube Edu Creator, Math Teacher Ash. Always remember, it is fun to learn mathematics if we are together learning. Thank you so much. God bless and keep safe always.
I got it.